Hey guys, what is going on? This is Webull Gains. I am a 19-year-old investor currently in college, trying to make a living for myself and trying to expand my net worth. And we are doing that by taking advantage of this whole coronavirus, beer virus, vaccine problem, and all this debacles really. And we've basically started from $30 initially in January, and I've gotten this account up to $1,080.65. Now, it should be noted that during this time, I did make some deposits over time, and some of them were pretty big, and we also were at a formidable loss at the time for this too. Now, obviously, if I go to my account, like the settings for my account settings, you can see all my deposits, but for the purpose of this video and time's sake, I'm just going to go ahead and show you my account details and when I made deposits. So we have basically made deposits of $30, $10, $50, $110, $10, $25, $150, $50, $10. I'm sorry if I'm scrolling too fast, but and then after that we have not made any deposits. Now in total, I've done the math, I have deposited $895 worth of my own cash. So the number you're seeing right now is basically my net profit overall. So overall, from January 1st till June 4th right now, we are up $203.68 for a total percentage gain of 23.15%. Now, this is great for many reasons, but we also, in terms of my personal goals, are not where we are supposed to be. I wanted to at least set the goal for this account to be up in the 1.5K realm, and I wanted to get this account hopefully in that higher 1.5 to 2K value mark. That way I can start selling puts and making a substantial income or passive income for myself. If y'all are interested in learning how to sell cash covered puts, let me know in the comments below. Hopefully, I can make this community bigger, because I'm all about being open really. I will disclose all my trades. I never hide any information or what trades I'm going to do. I will also disclose any future trades that I do conduct, and I don't mind if you use them, because there is a principle in investing that you need to understand. If you were I am so sorry for that. If you were to really just straight up take my trades and apply them whenever you felt like you were watching this video, there could be a difference of time. Certain major events could happen, and more than likely you will probably not see the same profits that I'm seeing, because I may have bought into, let's see, this MGM option call at $250, but by the time you see this video, oftentimes this call is already at $315 and may have already hit its peak. So it is up to you as an investor to make an educated decision. Use assets like graphs and the gammas and all sorts of the Greeks, to determine whether the stock or the option is meant for you. With that said, today is more of a overview of my account and how far I've come, as well as my plans, and also some plans for the coming week. So diving into these trades, we have this graph showing basically my overall positions or my net assets. So we have started, like I said, with I don't know if this goes far back enough, but we started back way before this period of time. We started back almost in January with $30, and we did add some spare money as I did get some, and also working jobs. So this big jump right here was when I made my deposit around 486. So when we got to this point, I would say 1.182, I felt like I had some playing money. So I will show you where I got cocky or had some beginner's luck with my first options contract. When we go ahead and navigate here, we can see that I made my first options trade as a 19-year-old investor and thought I was on top of the world, and boy did that come to hurt me later. We basically bought Inovio for $120. We bought the 13 strike contract, and we basically sold it later that day for $260. Now that netted me a great profit, and I was super hyped because in a matter of 5 hours I managed to get a trade. But my dumb self also kind of didn't realize that those type of things are pretty rare. To get high yielding day trades usually doesn't work out. You are much better looking into a quality stock, finding a good options chain, and buying and waiting out for a week potentially and seeing if it goes. But I've learned a lot since I've done these, because these were set when I did options for at least the entire month of April. I would set expirations for the next week, and I would later find out it is just mad dumb. So with that said, I had made a nice profit, and immediately within 3 days decided to get cocky and go for a $300 contract. I was probably in the midst of trying to get another gain like this, but as we know, the stock of Inovio around this time dipped like a mofo. And yes, I did lose 300, so basically this gain was wiped out, as well as some of my initial funds. So this account, in a sense, you may see it's up 23%, which it is now, but it has gone through hell and heaven and every stage of life back. So with that said, we didn't have much going on. I did sell some old positions like Valero. I didn't feel like I could see a formidable future with this stock. At the time, I don't know if you saw earlier in the video when I had all my positions, I currently have 5 positions left on Moderna. Initially I had 15, I believe, so I sold those $10 stocks for a net profit of, I think, $140. I'm kind of sad about this, because if I had waited for Moderna to, as we know, hit $80, this would have been a lot more in the future. But you know what? Always don't get cocky. Even if you look the next day and your contract is soaring, be happy you made out with the profit, because you never know how the world is. The stock market is literally the Hunger Games. With that said, I did go ahead and continue on with May, and I would say right here were my biggest L's for sure. I went ahead and at the same time bought into an Inovio contract again for a $10 strike price, and this one was well in the money, so I had confidence I would come out profitable, and we did. We made just about a $98 profit, if I'm doing the rough calculations right. And we also bought into VTIC, an interesting stock. If you guys don't know, I'm going to be making a video on this soon. Just a summary of VTIC, which is now NKLA. Nikola Motors is almost a Tesla 2.0 company, focusing on building trucks that are hydrogen fuel powered. So they are competing with Tesla by challenging their new hydrogen power technology, and also have, I think, $14 billion in pre-orders. However, there are some downsides to this that I will cover later. If you're just curious, it's their pre-orders, so they're never confirmed. So in summary, VTIC, also known as NKLA, was more of a pump and dump for me. I know some people are going to be thinking, yo, you could definitely hold this out for the long term. It could reach 800, and the key word is could. I don't have that time and patience for a could. This could tank. This could be a complete failure. And I don't have that type of money to lose right now, because this is not a big funded account. I'm not making, like 10 grand and stuff. So, I mean, I do hope, one day I hope when we look back, this is just a small foot in the doorstep of a brighter future. But continuing on with the video, we then had a second phase of bamboozles. We bought into Amazon, and we bought into Inovio calls again, and Riot. This was probably the dumbest trade ever, so I'm not even going to talk about this. Sometimes I look back and I really think a lot of this is impulsive buying, but that's part of being a trader. You need to learn as you go, learn what's working and what doesn't work, and that's how you basically develop yourself into a successful trader. With that said, this Amazon call does have a tale of sad stories. Yes, I spent $247 on this contract, and at one point had this contract at $415, which would have net me an amazing profit, but nope. Your boy Webull Gains here thought he could make some more gains, and he held out, and this sold off like a mofo, because Webull Gains here didn't realize that Amazon hit its 52-week high. So the sell-off was pretty hard, and it just was bad timing for me and a lesson learned. With that said, Inovio was basically the same thing, though never profitable. Inovio, for the most part, was unprofitable and just expired out, almost worthless. It should be noted that I did cut my losses on both. I did learn to hedge my losses, at least for I think all three, because you will see here I do make up some of the money, but it was still a major L. So at this point in time, about here, right here, we were looking at only $645 in my account, and I had actually lost. I was at an overall loss of $145. So, I credit this quick turnaround with a couple quick movements. Marvel is one of my nicest investments I've done so far. I bought Marvel for $72, and Luck and Coffee, which is also later a meme. We got rid of that, and I tested out SPY for some dumb reason. ADT calls are currently in the motion. I'm still holding out, trying to see if we can capitalize off the social unrest and riots here. But I would say Marvel really saved me this time. I sold Marvel later for $315, so we did make about $214 profit on this. So I'm really happy with this trade, and I'm really happy overall. So what's in the play now? First and foremost, technically I made a 1 cent profit. I got into a DGLY contract, and I quickly realized, nah, I'm not in this. I'm out. I don't feel it. This feels like FOMO to me. So I got out of that because it's a very volatile stock. But I did buy into MGM, which as of right now, I spent $250. As of right now, it's up 35 and can have an ask price of like $293. But I'm very optimistic because, as you know, MGM, they are reopening their casinos, or did reopen today. And based on the reports today, there were a lot of guests for the hotel, and that's going to mean more revenue for this casino. So I am not surprised if by next week we do see a run up, but also I'm expecting a sell-off. But for the most part, these calls right here, I'm going to show you details. Actually, y'all probably don't care about the ADT one, but the MGM is a $20 July 2nd call. And the reason now I keep it at least, a month or 2 months apart is I've learned that gives you way more comfort space. Time decay is a little more on your side, and, it's just going to work out much better than, trying to make a YOLO gain on a 1 week out contract. Okay, why is it there? But yeah, I hope you guys take my opinions to heart. Maybe you may apply some of these, but once again, I can't guarantee that MGM will go up. I can't guarantee that NKLA will go up. I'm hoping for NKLA to go up to maybe 40, 41, and I want to cash out. If not, I have stop losses also set in case this does backfire on me. But yeah, I'm hoping to, basically make some gains. on the week, I think I can go ahead and do this for you. On the week, I'm up $289.39, 32% return. This is my breakdown on the week. My breakdown on the month, we have still Amazon as the ultimate L, but in a whole sum, you know, we are doing okay. It's alright. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy. Do keep the news in your loop, man. If you're an investor and you don't watch the news, you're gonna miss out on so much details. So go ahead, get out there, go make some gains, and I'm gonna post a video as soon as possible. And let's hope we can get this account to 1.1k by, well, no, we're almost at 1.1k. Let's make that goal 1.2k, guys. And if we can do this, we're gonna be on a roll to 1.5k, and I need my community for that. So I hope I hope my videos were good. You know, this is my first video in a long time. I haven't done YouTube in a while, and I just thought, what a way to introduce myself by just disclosing what I do and how I've been doing and whether you guys like me or not. Alright, peace out, guys.